Hi everyone, this is KIREI with another process video for Hit Kit Club, and for this layout I was assigned to use one of the fabulous exclusive subscriber cut files, and I'm using the one from August called Dreamcatcher. So here it is. I've cut it here on just white cardstock, and I've taken the colour kit, the August colour kit, and there are four pink fresh studio inks that you receive with the colour kit in the sort of different shades of peaches and oranges. So what I decided to do was colour the Dreamcatcher using each of them in an ombre effect. So I'm just adding a bit of ink, a bit of water, and then I'm painting across it with each of the different inks going down in colour order from light to dark. So I've got peach fuzz at the top, then apricot, then I have clementine, and then the bottom one is persimmon. So I'm just working my way through. I'll go over and just sort of blend the edges a little bit more once I've got the colours on. But I really love the effect it gave, and it was so quick and easy to do. Just as I say, just using a large brush, wiping it across the cut file, with the different inks. Yeah, here I am. I'm just going back over now just to get the blend rather than having that slightly harder line that you saw just before. So yeah, so just finishing off, I'm got the light one at the top, and then I'm just going to finish off. I don't know why I didn't finish the dark one at the bottom. I think I thought maybe I'd go a bit darker again, which is I think what I'm trying to do here is layer it up a little bit more so it builds a little darker. I probably should have done slightly wider stripes of color at the top, but anyway, it's fine. So just got that done, and then I'm going to I decided it still needed something more. So I just pulled out a gold ink from my stash and added some splatters to the dream catcher as well. Because I mean, who doesn't love a little bit sparkle on a layout? So so here we go. I'm just wiping off the excess there, and then I'll just add some of the gold splatters. Here we go, and then I can let that dry and I can start to work on the rest of the layout. So yeah. Okay, I've pulled out some pattern papers, well, one pattern paper, and this one's from the main kit. It's called New Beginnings in that sort of plaid check there. And then I have the blue, which is from the cardstock kit called Artigo Blue. I'm just gutting the center here because I'm going to use this as a frame for the pattern paper here. So I'm just trimming that down. I think I trim it down 11.5, and I think I do take it down a little bit more. Actually, I decided I wanted to have a slightly wider sort of tealy blue border, so yeah, I'm just trimming that down. And then of course I am distressing the edges, and then I can get that stuck down to the frame. And then I will actually, off camera, I do add some a stitched border, machine stitched border, and I just pulled it out the orange, an orange thread, because that tied in with the colours that I'd used on the cut file. So yeah, so I will do that as well. So I've got my one square photo. So I'm back to just using one photo. I've done quite a few layouts with multiple photos recently. I'm back to using one photo. I'm just deciding on the colour of the that I'm going to mount it on. And I'm just sort of playing there with the cut file to see what I want to do. And I decided to stick with the blue just to sort of allow that to pop from the background rather than it blending in too much. So and of course I'll distress the edges of this too. And then I can start to play with the ephemera. So I've pulled out a mix of ephemera. So I've got the floral ephemera from the embellishment kit, and then I've got the regular ephemera from the main kit. And I'm just sort of going to build up a cluster here. Imagine that the Dreamcatcher cut file is over on the left. So yeah, I'm playing with it here. This is really sort of the process that I work with. I pull out the ephemera that I think would work, play with it, sort of get it sat on the layout without sticking anything down. And then I'll usually take a photo so I sort of remember what I'm doing. Doesn't mean it will always end up like this, and it doesn't. I actually don't use as much on that right in the end. But yeah, it's my starting point anyway. So yes, so here we go, bringing the cup. Yes, I'm just working out, seeing how that looks. And then I've got some other elements that I'm just placing as well to see if I'm going to use them. And I don't use all of them. You can see, that I'm adding here. Once I've got the cut file on the background, that is quite a large piece. And so I didn't need to have all of the embellishments I thought I'd use. Okay, so now I'm deciding with the cut file. Oh, I pulled it out. There's some of the feathers in the ephemera packs. And I was thinking it'd be quite cool to attach them to the dream catcher as well. So have some more movement. And then I also thought, what else can I do with the dream catcher? Because it's really cool. I'm making quite focus of it. So I've decided to make a shaker pocket. So I'm just sticking onto the back of it a piece of acetate. And then I'm just trimming some long foam strips that I'll add around the border so that I can sit my sequins in the center and then back it. So yeah, so really simple. It was quite easy to do. I mean, it is quite a large, nice and large um, cut file. So, it's an easy shaker pocket to put together. So, yeah, and just make sure you don't have any gaps for those sequins to sort of pop out. And then I've just again I have got some sequins from my stash. They're just I've had them for ages actually. But the color, I thought the colors worked quite well. And like I said before, who doesn't love a little bit of sparkle? So yeah, I'm just adding a little bit more. So I've cut as backing. It's one of the papers from the cardstock kit, and that one's called Barley, and it's in like a soft peach. And I was just looking then. It was a bit weird what I was doing, but I was looking without turning it over what it looked like on the background. So yeah, because obviously I've got all those sequins in there. So yeah, so now I've got the sequins in there, and I'm just adding the glue around onto the foam pads, and then I'm using that pattern paper side versus the plain side as my background. And then I can just let that dry. Um, and then I can work on attaching the little feathers. So I decided to I've got some waxed thread in my stash, so in an orange, and I'm just going to wrap it around the tops and then leave it, and then I can loop it through the bottom of the dream catcher. Now I do this off camera because it was a bit fiddly, and I thought, yeah, it wasn't the easiest. So yeah, anyway, here you go. You can see what I've done there. I've just, wrapped the thread around the top. And then I just stuck the thread on the back of the each of the feathers with a bit of sticky tape. So there we go. And now I'm going to get the dream catcher stuck down. I'm just making sure I'm happy with the placement, and then I can start to sort of get everything else stuck down. So yeah, so I've got these elements that I'd obviously, I'd pulled out earlier, and I will start to work with those. So yeah. So yeah, so I will continue on with that. Now, for those of you that are not a Hip Kit Club subscriber, all the details are over on the website, hipkitclub.net. And as a subscriber, you will be ensured of receiving the fabulous exclusive main kit every month. And then if you want any of the other fabulous kits, you'll receive a 15% discount on those additional kits, and they ship free with your main kit. And along with that, you will also get access to hundreds of exclusive cut files. So, like this one here, and they get, and new cut files are launched every month. There were loads of fabulous ones this month, but I was really drawn to this dream catcher. So, yeah. So, anyway, yeah, all the details are over on the website. So yeah, so now I'm just getting the different elements stuck down. And you can see the cluster is actually slightly smaller than what I'd played with earlier, because now I've got the dream catcher on there. I didn't need to have quite as much, I didn't feel, over on that right side. And I wanted to add a small cluster over to the left of the dream catcher too. So most things are stuck down flat just in the center. So I, curl up the edges of the petals and the leaves. I did add a foam pad to it. There's a couple of pieces that I've got a foam pad on, but that was just to raise it over the other elements that I've got stuck down. The hanging feathers, what I do there, I did end up adding a foam pad under those and sticking them down because they kept moving around, and I just wanted to make sure they were a little bit more secure when, for popping it into my album in the future. So yeah, so they are now stuck down. Yep, getting the top pieces done. Now, another point to note, we have a discount code available. So I have one, and it will be in the description underneath the video, for 10% off any order you place on the Hip Kit Club website. So the details, as I say, in my description below the video. And yeah, there is a link to a discount code for 10% off any order, which is fabulous. Please note, though, it can't be combined with any other discount code or discount. Okay, so we're nearly there. I've pulled out the alpha. This comes with the main kit, and I'm just adding that there. I love that curly S on the end there. I just love that little extra detail. So I've got fun times up there. Then I've pulled out the glitter epoxy shapes here, and I'm just adding some of the little circles in and around my embellishment clusters here and over on the left. Amazingly, I managed to get them stuck down pretty straightforward. I often, fiddle around deciding where I'm going to place them, can't quite work it out. But anyway, yeah, I got these stuck down straight away, which is good. So yeah, I'll add a few to the top there. And then I think I'm nearly there. I think I add in some puffy stickers. So these are the ones that come with the embellishment. No, the main kit, I think. The little hearts. And then yeah, I've got the little swirly bits there. And then I've got a little star cluster that I'll add to the top as well. So yeah, you've got the puffy stickers in the embellishment kit, and I do use some of the puffy stickers from the main kit. And then I'm pretty much done. I'm going to add some journaling just at the bottom. Here we go. I'm just going to rule my lines. And yeah, there we go. I love the effect of the Dreamcatcher cut file. I love that I've created the sort of shaker pocket. It looks really fun. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the process video. Here are some of the close-ups so you can see the detail. And yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye for now.